Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. Now, as the title says, today I'm going to talk about what I do for my chickens when it's hot. Now it's over 30 degrees today. And as you can see, all the chickens are all nice and cool. It's misty. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's about the hottest part of the day. And what I do for my chickens when it's hot is nothing. Now, I've been reading a lot of posts on Facebook about spraying your chickens, spraying the ground with water, and I do none of this. I'll explain later on. But all my chickens have got is nice cool shade. I definitely don't wet my chickens. Chickens cool themselves down by panting, holding the wings away from the body and fluffing those feathers up to allow air circulation to the bare skin. If a bird is unable to dry off properly, the wet feathers can trap heat. However, if you do get a chicken with heat stroke, it's advisable to cool the chicken down with cool water, but this would be controlled in a cool environment. Now, the way I keep my chickens cool is by adequate shade, air movement, and a cooling substrate. The coops are built under some trees. There's hanging baskets on the side. There's also to help with shade. There's plants in front of it. You can see. Now this is one run. As you can see, there's bits of shade, and all that's on the floor is soil. And then the shed, the windows are shaded by this bay tree. And it's really cool in here. Some light has let through, but not too much to make it too hot. It's Luna. And then the other side, that's again covered. Some of the sides are covered by Virginia creeper and ivy. It's got 2 open sides and 2. And it's got a wall at the back, and obviously the shed. And over there at the back there's some mesh to let air through the back, because the shed only goes so far, and then it's open so I can get behind the shed. As you can see, it's shady again. Some bits of sun. There's a polycarb roof on the top and a tin roof at the back. Now the polycarb, in the summer when it's really hot, it's shaded by the trees, so I don't need to put any shading up there myself. And then in the winter the leaves have fell off the trees, and obviously then the sun can get through, which keeps them nice and warm. They have wood chip here on slabs, concrete slabs, then that bit at the back, which I am working on re-slabbing because I haven't done it yet. There is slabs under there, but they've all broken. So under that's just soil. I am going to reduce that area and just leave them to a dust bath. That's nice cool soil there. And if they do get too hot when the sun comes round, they just go into the soil, and the soil helps to keep them cool. I don't wet it down. I don't wet the chickens down, I think. As you can see, they're all fine. It's nice and cool. Now, I never need to wet the ground down as the run is in adequate shade and it keeps itself at a nice temperature. I see lots of people on social media saying about wetting the coops and enclosures down. Now, I used to keep large hybrids that free-ranged, and one day it was hitting the high temperatures. So I hosed down the paths and grounds, panicking they were getting too hot. After I'd done, all the chickens disappeared. They'd gone into the nice cool shaded run to avoid where I'd wet it down. So I never did it again, and I wondered why. Well, of course, water on hot ground and in the sun causes humidity to rise, which can make it feel hotter for chickens. It reduces a chicken's ability to cool itself down through panting. Now, my chickens were okay because they could get away from that humidity I had caused. But if your chickens are trapped in a run or enclosure with all that humidity, you're going to create a little steamer, and they are going to find it hard to cool down and pant. So please, if you feel your chickens need cooling, only use misters in the shade, shallow trays of water for them to stand in, or if you really want to, wet down the ground, only do it in the shade. But please still be careful, because wet litter can also cause respiratory problems, other health problems, such as fungal diseases, and coccidiosis also thrives in moist, humid conditions. All my water drinkers are in the shade, which keeps the water cool. I don't put anything in the water when it's hot. I know some people use electrolytes, but I prefer just fresh, clean water. And then if I do have a problem with them overeating, I can then add the electrolytes. Now, food and treats. I don't freeze any food or give them ice blocks. You probably think, gosh, she's boring. I just don't think they need it, and I prefer to give them fresh food straight from the garden. They get fresh greens like kale, spinach, dandelions, herbs like mint, and they also get fresh fruit. It's been raspberry season. Now it's coming into blackberry season, which they love. And they also get windfall apples. I avoid feeding them any high carb foods like corn when it's really hot. So that's how I care for my chickens when it's hot. Number 1, provide adequate shade when building your coop, or if it's already built, use plants and tarpaulin. Number 2, provide a cool dust bath in the shade, just soil or sand. Number 3, provide fresh food, either greenery or fruit. Number 4, provide clean fresh water. Number 5, if you do want to mist your run, only do it in the shade. At this time of the day, in the midday heat, they'll come over this side. And then later, cools down a bit. The sun does come directly onto this side, and they'll come in here. I'll find them sunbathing. Not when it's 30 degrees, but when it's low 20s or so. Hey, good girl. dear. You got cows. Yes, you are. Oh, what are you waiting for? Treats? Are you waiting for treats? Yes. Yes, you are. Luna. I've not got nothing. I can get you some greenery. Very good cow. Alright, I'll just go get them some greens.